Yo, what is going on, you search and destroy savages? It's your boy Tupac, back again today, and today I'm finally getting around to it. Yes, I'm doing the best search and destroy classes for Black Ops 3. Now, there's a lot that goes into this, and I do, in my personal opinion, believe I've got the best classes for search and destroy for you guys. But what I've done is I've actually done multiple search and destroy classes, because you've got to understand that everyone has a different playstyle, and there's certain aspects to a class that can take advantage of your certain playstyle. Like if you're a more cautious player, I know not everyone like me just sprints around in search and destroy, so you got to adapt and make the certain class that suits you the best and will complement your playstyle the best to give you the best advantage. What I mean by that is certain players that are more aggressive, players, and someone that would sit back and pre-aim, stuff like fast hands and quick draw are a lot more important than hard wide and their better attachments such as high caliber and rapid fire. Because having perks like high caliber and rapid fire, yes, they can help your gun out, but if you're not getting your gun aimed down sights in time, your gun not ready from sprint in time, having attachments like that over stuff like quick draw is a disadvantage to yourself. Now, playstyle isn't the only thing that comes in when you're creating the best class for you. There's certain other aspects involved, and I know a lot of people have gone about it the wrong way. I know there's a lot of people that are taking attachments over perks, or too many perks over attachments, and what you need to do to find the best search and destroy class is the best balance, because there's certain perks that you need in search and destroy, are a must-have in my personal opinion. And if you're a subscriber and you're listening now, the most important perk in search and destroy, and something that should be on every single one of your classes regardless of your playstyle, is dead silence. Now that's the most important perk in search and destroy, because sound is a part of search and destroy. Now the tier 3 perks are the most commonly stacked perks, i.e. the perk free greed is the most common perk in search and destroy, because of stuff like awareness paired with dead silence, and dead silence paired with blast suppressor are the best tier 3 perks, and something that's commonly used for perk 3 greed. Yes, you can only get away with only one perk 3, but if you're going to run one, you wouldn't want just awareness, you wouldn't want just blast suppressor. The perk you're going to want to run is dead silence. So I thought I'd let you guys in on that. The gameplay also that you're watching in the background before I get into the creator classes is just a quick S&D hater, and I ended up getting the wraps as well, but it was too late to call them in. I got back-to-back hater and wraps, the last 2 games I played. I've literally just played this game 5 minutes before making this commentary. And speaking of which, I'm unbanned. I'm finally unbanned. But the really unfortunate things, I've lost all my paint shop stuff, all my clips. I had heaps of theater mode clips, I was planning on making a montage and stuff for you guys, but they're all gone, which is unfortunate. But anyway, let's get into the creator class. So what I've done, I've created the best assault rifle class and the best SMG class, and also a few snipers and shotguns, just to show you guys the best classes for Black Ops 3. Now the most powerful M8 classes are one you see on your screen, but that's for a passive player. You've got no quick draw and you've got no fast hands. So if you want to make the M8 the best, in my personal opinion, rapid fire and high caliber make the M8 perform the best, but this is pre-aiming constantly. I wouldn't use this class very often in search and destroy, just because I'd have to slow down my playstyle so much just to take full advantage of it. So I've also got another class here for you guys, which is the aggressive version of the M8, and the one I would prefer that suits my playstyle better, just because if I can snap lock onto targets with fast hands and quick draw and get ready. What fast hands does, it lets you shoot faster after sprinting. So that being there paired with quick draw just provide me to get that burst on the enemy quicker, and me stand a better chance of killing them. Now what I've got here for you guys is the most powerful man of war class in my personal opinion. You can swap out rapid fire with high caliber, but what you're seeing is a way to make the man of war the most powerful for a passive player. If you play slow, this is how you make it more powerful. What you're seeing right now, you can also play around with it a bit and throw the B03 in. If you want to have some fun and mess around, Man of War B03 actually decreases its recoil by a bit and actually makes it pretty fun to use. I would take the rapid fire off if I was running B03 and put on the high caliber just for the least recoil possible. Now that is a fun class to use, but this is a better class in my personal opinion for the Man of War, for an aggressive player that's not always pre-aiming. So what you got here is the Man of War actually aims down sights a little bit slower than all the other assault rifles, so I got quick draw and fast hands paired. Now, this is my Shiva class. Now, this is the anti-sniper class for an assault rifle. Very deadly at range. I've got the long barrel on it there, just because it'll two-bullet nearly the whole way across the map, which is pretty lethal. I've also got a pistol there, just for a close-range secondary, just because the Shiva doesn't do too well up close, and cold-blooded to counter the thermals and the snipers. That's my anti-sniper class. Now, this is also the aggressive Shiva class. So I've got quick draw, stock, fast hands, flak jacket. Something you guys will notice, if I'm not running hard wide, I'll always have flak jacket. Just because to counter all the stuff in search and destroy, you never want to die by trip mines. So that's why I always either run hard wide or flak. Now that, in my personal opinion, is the most powerful KN, but this is my favourite KN class right here. This is like, I'll sometimes have this to counter the UAVs against the enemy team. Long barrel suppress stock, sometimes run ghost, usually flak jacket, fast hands though, but occasionally I'll have a ghost class just in case my team's getting pumped. Now, as you guys would know, this is my favourite assault rifle in Call of Duty Black Ops 3, the XR2, and this is the way to make it the most deadly. With rapid fire, high caliber, stock, and either red dot or ELO, whichever you prefer, because they're both down to personal preference, but I'd always suggest running red dots or ELOs on assault rifles. Now, this is also the one where a bit more aggression is there, because I put the quick draw on just so I can snap lock onto targets to get them one burst kills. Now, they're the most powerful assault rifles, in my opinion, in Black Ops 3, so which is why I've showed you these. Now, I've made a class out of 10 of SMGs. Now, I haven't done every SMG in the game. You can pretty much just do what I've done here to any SMG, but I've just shown you the most powerful SMGs, the Kuda and the VMP. So one of my favourite Kuda class setups is extended mags and grip, just because the clip size is 30, and throwing extended on there, you can take on multiple enemies at the same time without reloading, although you can quick mix it up with aggression and put quick draw and stock on like I've got it in this one, with fast hands, flak jacket, dead silence and awareness, or dead silence and blast suppressor. Now, something with SMGs, I don't usually run that third attachment like I did on most of my assault rifles. I'll stick with the concussion and the frag on most of my SMG classes. Now, this is also the ghost variant, like to keep off the enemy radar. Best SMG to do that with is the Kuda to run suppress, just like the KN's the best suppressed assault rifle. Now, this is my most used search and destroy class on Black Ops 3. This is something that I've probably got the most kills within search and destroy on Black Ops 3, and my personal favourite. The VMP with quick draw, grip, flashbang, which I personally prefer over concussion for the most part, and the perks you see on your screen. Now, also the VMP isn't too bad, like so here with the long barrel as well, but I've taken off. I wouldn't prefer putting long barrel on and sacrificing stuns and lethals. If I was to, I'd rather run stock. I personally believe long barrel doesn't help much on SMGs. It does on assault rifles, but it doesn't do much on SMGs. I'd rather put stock on, but it's all down to personal preference. If you guys don't like strafing as much, like I use the stock just to strafe to make myself a harder target. If you're not finding yourself strafing, long barrel might be the better alternative if you were to run 3 attachments on the VMP. Now, this is also a counter class. S&D is all about countering. If I was playing Nuketown and they were flashing, concussioning me, I'd run this. Tac mask, hard wide, and 2 of the flashbangs for myself. Now, this is into the sniper. Now, when I snipe, I always run overkill, and I'll typically run thermal, and I'll also run cold-blooded to counter other snipers. Now, this is the first class. I'll either run quick draw or grip on my VMP, and then on my thermal, I'll show you guys my preferred thermal reticle, which is actually the splice. Now, this is all down to personal preference. You guys might have your own favourite, but the pro favourite is stage fright, the one I'm showing you now, but my personal preference is a splice, like thermal reticle. Now, I know there's some funny ones through here, but my personal preference is splice, but stage fright and splice, I'd have to say, are the best thermal reticles, if you guys were interested in knowing that. Now, onto my next sniper class. The one sniper class I run more like tacticals on, I actually got a smoke and a suppressor. Now, suppressors don't actually affect the damage of sniper rifles in Call of Duty Black Ops 3, which is actually pretty interesting and can sometimes work in your favour. So I've got suppressor on my SVG and it's not going to give me any more hit markers. What I've also got down there in the tactical part is smoke. So this is a bit of more of a scumbaggy sniping strategy. Throw down the smoke, sit in your smoke, but it can save your life. Like, they cannot see you with cold-blooded in smoke, so you can get free and easy kills and punish other snipers if they look into the smoke. Now, I've also got the Cuda on there just because I'm running other stuff, because it's the best SMG with no attachments. But this is more of your quirky class. I'll show you guys. This is, in my personal opinion, is the best knifing class. Like, I got secondary gunfighter on here. I'll get rid of that and throw on a flashbang. Now, this right here is probably the best knifing class. 6 cents is the only time I'll run it, is when I'm knifing, because it's just handy to know when they're around the corner. You can also mix up and get rid of tracker for like something like scavenger, just so you can resupply your tacticals and your lethals, which is always handy. Now, that was probably more of my quirky knifing class. I'll also show you the best shotgun class in Black Ops 3, which in my opinion is the Brecci by far. Yes, the Argus has good range and you can get good one-shots, but you get punished for making mistakes with that thing, and you don't want to make mistakes and die. The spamming factor of the Brecci is what makes it the best for search and destroy, in my opinion. Now, these were a variation of the best classes for public search and destroy for all you pub players out there. I know a few competitive players watch my videos and might be interested in my opinion on the best class setups for your stuff like Does Play and Cyber Gamer. If you guys are interested in like me making another best classes for Black Ops 3, please let me know. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, remember to smack that like button. If you're not subscribed, hit that one too. Thanks, guys.